Hello and welcome to another episode of the T40's podcast. My name is Magnificent Michael Nyerstadt.
I'm Benevolent Benson.
There we go.
And I'm Amazing Alex. I couldn't think of any
There you
A's. Sorry.
Close enough.
Anal.
Amazingly anal.
That's totally my name, Anal Alex. So if you want to contact us, you can call us at 218-666-8407. Leave us a voicemail. We got to give you guys a note. We had some voicemails, but they were like over a minute and a half long each, and we just
More than that.
We can't use those.
Well, one of them
minutes.
was over a minute and a half. Another one was 3 minutes long.
And actually, one of our fans that always has good input did the 3-minute one, and he made a lot of good points, but we just can't use it because it's too long. So
it's too long, yeah.
Just keep that in mind. Try to keep it under a minute. Also, we got a lot of emails, a lot of good ones actually. This first one's from Brock Gordon. He says, "Hey guys, my name is
That guy sounds
Brock."
like a superhero.
That's
or
a
something.
good name.
Yeah,
Brock
this is
They're just
actually
gonna kill people.
Yeah, this is Brock Lesnar, actually, UFC fighter.
Okay.
So
MMA,
I'll
not
read
UFC,
it like him.
Fucking idiot.
You four answered one of my questions earlier about gluten-free beer. I thought I would chime in about gluten-free foods. Being celiac, this stuff is the only food I can eat, and say that nothing is just as good as or better than.
Talk normal, please.
Okay. The best I can hope for is that something tastes pretty much normal. So what he's saying is that all gluten-free food sucks and his life is depressing. And,
Read the rest of what he said.
That sucks.
Well, he said, what makes me mad in the same conversation, cheat and eat something that isn't gluten-free. Because of my major, dietary issues, I meet tons of vegans, vegetarians, and I have yet to meet one who isn't so self-righteous about it. So he's just frustrated that, he has actual health issues
So
that
he's
prevent
stuck
him.
with these people,
Yeah.
even though he's not one of them.
They choose to eat this stupid food, and he's forced to eat this stupid food. And
Right.
it bothers him. It's like, don't eat this fucking food.
Yeah. Look what you can have.
So interesting email. I'm so sorry, Rocket. You know what? You made me realize how great my life is that I can eat a hamburger.
Yeah,
And drink
I do
good
feel
beer.
people. I do feel for people who have like celiac or other things like that, because it's like, it's not that you can't eat all this delicious stuff. It's that
the world's not made for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like all these things that are made for consumption, and it's like you're stuck not being able to even try them. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, man.
You'd probably love that shit. Probably be delicious.
Yeah, well,
You can never try it.
yeah, that's shitty. But you know what? All you can do is you can go to those people who are acting like that. You can tell them, shut the fuck up. Just tell them to shut the fuck up, and you'd be like, listen, I'm the one with an actual disease. You're just being an asshole. There's a big difference.
Yeah, or you could just stab them with a sharpened toothbrush. Just stab
Yeah.
them,
I gotta say to
stab them in the
Brock,
kidney.
on the last day you're gonna be alive. You just gotta go all out.
Just eat everything.
Just everything you can.
Just eat everything.
Just eating pancakes.
Oh, it's so good.
He actually hates them because his palate's not used to it. He's like, shit. So we got an email from Steve.
Also, Ryan's not here. Do we even say that?
Oh, yeah, Ryan's not here.
I don't even think we even mentioned it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay, whatever. He's
He'll be back
back in Minnesota
next week.
eating lutefisk or whatever the fuck he's doing. So this is an email from Steve Greenberg. He was actually the one who kind of brought up the marriage discussion.
Okay.
And he said, thanks for this stimulating discussion. Most of the media is either rabid Christian fundamentalists or diehard progressive psycho babble, so hearing actual opinions about marriage was fun. I want to add that my relative is not going to get a divorce yet, so I think he thinks he is.
Right.
And possibly might recover his marriage in the future. He's got 2 kids with his second wife. I was not surprised to hear that half of you have personal divorce experience either. And according to my timely news article in my browser bar, New Hampshire and Nevada are the best states for divorce shoppers. So I guess for multiple divorces? Divorce shoppers. I'm not sure
Well,
what
I think that's where
would
people who
just-
are divorcees get married again or something
Oh,
like
I
that.
got you.
Yeah.
Just pounce
Makes
on
it
them.
Nevada.
And
Derf, of course.
Yeah, right.
I wish your relative the best, even though it sounds like he's miserable. If he's too miserable, he shouldn't stay in it. But I don't know. I'm not Doctor.
Yeah, you never know.
Doctors do that. I don't know. Phil, yeah. it's an asshole.
I am the doctor. I know everything.
And then the second part of his post is about Linux, and we have a ban on that topic. So sorry, we can today or whatever.
I think you shit on it though, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Detox.
Victor Salgado, about age and stuff, I guess, is his subject. Hey guys, when you talked about being a shitty person when you were 19, it was kind of interesting. I'm 24 now, and when I was 18, I felt like I wasn't going to change much through my 20s. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Think about
Yeah,
this
I thought
now.
that too.
It's shocking. So yeah, do you believe, and I think it's a good question, do you believe in about 10 years you'll feel the same way when you re-listen to your podcasts? Is this some kind of perennial cycle in our entire lives?
We talked about this like an hour ago.
Yeah.
We thought that, yes, we will feel like we're kind of still, but it's not as bad as going back to when you were 18 or 19.
Yeah, because I think that it's different because if you're a collected person, by the time you're in your mid-20s, you have control of your emotions usually. Like, in a general level, you can kind of understand why you're feeling a certain way when you're like 18, you have no fucking clue.
Yeah, you're retarded.
You have
Yeah,
actual responsibilities now.
This is a personal story of me being retarded. I hung out with a girl, right, when I was 18.
Yeah.
After I hung out with her one time, I thought I was in love with her. That is the most retarded thing. I'm like embarrassed that I say that, but it's true. I literally thought that she was someone I loved, like a mom or something, like weird.
Okay.
So yeah. Just want to point out that I thought the same thing. I thought, oh yeah, I'm pretty mature for my you're
No,
a
not at
fucking
all.
idiot. If
No
you're
one's
19,
mature.
18 listening to this show, you're retarded. It's okay. You're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You won't be eventually, but right now you're retarded. Just kind of keep yourself in a safety bubble, and eventually you can,
Well, that's what college is for.
yeah,
That's
be around a bunch of idiots all
Yeah.
making mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. And eventually you go, man, these guys are fucking dumb. But by the time you say that, you're usually just getting out of college, and you go, wow, everyone else who's
Man, now I have to
younger
go to
than me
work.
is an idiot.
Yeah, and then Sally Mae calls, and then you have different things to worry about.
Yeah, that's basically it.
So, and we had a debate topic, but we won't talk about that, and that's pretty much it. So, thank you for your emails.
Yeah, good emails.
Yeah, they were good.
Keep sending them in. Hopefully, people will send some voicemails that we can use.
I think I'll send one next week.
Your podcast sucks.
Yeah.
So
Signed, Ryan.
what the fuck, Ryan? So,
out.
Cut it out.
hey, Dave Coulier is not going to cut me off. Fuck that.
He already did.
I'm worried about talking. I think he's going to jump in again. Anyways, beer of the week this week. I decided to go with the PTI sponsored. Pardon the interruption.
Oh, it's not
All the
Smirnoff Ice
commercial-
anymore?
No, it's Guinness Black Lager. I never had it before. It tastes a lot like 1554 by New Belgium in a bottle. It's kind of weird, a weird black lager. Black lagers are weird. They're kind of malty, but the finish is, not like coffee.
Yeah, it's like a lighter black lager.
Yeah.
It has some malt in it, though. So
I like it better than regular Guinness. So
I agree.
I agree. So it was $7 for a 6-pack. It's not terrible. So you could probably do worse. You could probably do better.
We just pick new things.
Yeah.
yeah, try it out. It's all right.
Yeah.
I like it.
A ringing endorsement. So, well, now we're going to topics. So we don't have a ton today, but I wanted to cover something near and dear to my heart. So,
Great.
I have a lot of clips. I'm not really going to be talking too much. I spent the week seeing a lot of very slanted news coverage about Occupy Wall Street protesters and from the media and from both the left and the right about how these people are like dirty and they need to get a job and they're lazy and there's sanitation issues in the park and it was all negative, right? Mm-hmm. So I saw this stuff and I thought, maybe they're overreacting because they're just kind of camping in a park,
Right.
They're just kind of hanging out. They're congregating, and lots of groups congregate. And I realized that this wasn't the only group that's kind of congregating and camping out right now, that there's actually multiple groups that are congregating and camping out about things they're passionate about. And so I decided that I wanted to kind of deconstruct how the media covers those other groups.
Right.
And then compare it to how the people that congregate at Wall Street are treated by the news. So the first one I wanted to cover was Black Friday campers. So here's a clip of a woman who decided to appear 9 days early at a Best Buy. And 9 days. By the way, she's the only person there. You can watch the video. There's no other people.
For the next 8 days, you're going to be the only person there.
Here's what I don't
probably
understand,
like 6
though.
or 7 of them at least.
Here's what I don't understand. So she's camping outside of the Best Buy.
In a tent.
But there's people going in and just shopping in there.
Yeah, totally.
So they're just walking by her.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay.
If she didn't spend money on that tent and the food she's bringing out there, she could have bought it right now for that same price.
Dude,
Yeah, she could just work and get the money that she needs.
I gotta say, I wish I could. I think what we should do is go to one of these Black Fridays and cut. Let's just fucking cut. Let's cut like
That's
5
a good
minutes.
idea.
Dude, right before the doors open,
Someone's
cut.
going to get stabbed.
Dude, just whoop, and see what they do.
They would lose it.
Dude, they would lose their fucking. It would be so funny though. We should just film it.
It's like, oh, there's a sale today? What?
If I had a flak jacket, I would totally do it because I think you could get stabbed with car keys.
This is a good chance. Yeah.
Anyways, here's the first clip. This is the reporter. This is local news in St. Petersburg setting up the article.
With 9 days to go, some shoppers are already lining up for Black Friday. Early shoppers set up a tent outside the Best Buy store at Tyrone Square Mall in St. Petersburg. Question was, why now?
So that's the question. Why now?
Yeah.
To get on the news.
That's a very actual
that's
possible
totally,
reason
sadly,
for it.
So let's listen to the woman's answer.
Oh, the one who's camping?
Yeah.
Okay.
The deals can't beat, some of the deals I have on plasma flat screens and laptops, and you get to buy it in large quantities all at once, and we're all students.
Okay.
Does she not even know what she's going to buy, too?
Yeah, she's just too excited.
No,
she has 9 days to figure it out.
Use the key words. They're very, very simple.
Words do
the
matter.
key words right at the end. We're all students.
Okay,
That
so-
is
yeah.
that is the key phrase right there.
That's what really irked me. So here are these students waiting 9 days to buy discounted televisions. Now you think the news stations would call this maybe misguided or in poor judgment. Maybe they should do something more productive with their time.
No, putting money back in the economy, man.
But the segment just ends. I did cut it, but it literally does end. She closes it up and says they're going to wait 9 more days or whatever. Very objectively ends the segment, right? Mm-hmm. So that was local news. So I went, okay, well, local news is being nice, but they're always nice. They're nice like the guy who listens to their
they have
cat
to
and
be.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I decided to go to the national news circuit, see what they had to say. And, it is pretty long before Black Friday, so there's not a lot of articles. But I did find this one last year from CNN about Black Friday. Unfortunately, it's an iReport because, they believe in social news media where they don't have to hire journalists. So,
of course.
I apologize for CNN's quality on this, having nothing to do with their company. So here's the first clip from this guy waiting out at Black Friday.
Black Friday Madness 2010. It's getting off to an earlier start this year with some stores opening at 3 a.m. Big
Must
difference
be
in
alone
Southern
there.
California this year. It's cold out here.
Oh, it's cold!
Oh,
Brr. This is different than other Black Fridays, folks.
yeah, I know.
It is cold.
It's crazy because usually they don't take place in the second half of November. Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Oh, wait, they're sitting outside? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I
dude.
know. It's crazy.
So guys,
cold.
So guys, this is unprecedented. It is cold out. So what types of people are waiting here in the blustering California cold on Black Friday? You said all laughing. Black Friday at Target.
Target?
At Target.
What's at Target?
Does that mean next
Target?
clip?
Well, you'll find out. Listen.
that what that means?
Yeah. Sorry.
Camping out here, a long line here at Target.
There isn't a long
What's
line. by
the
way.
what's the
Watch
killer
video.
deal here?
There's a
You
line.
guys are first in line. Is it a TV? What's going on here? And what is it, like a 52-inch? What is it?
40-inch Westinghouse for $298.
a 40-inch Westinghouse for $298. Now, you guys going to be getting anything else, or is that kind of about it?
Okay, I wish I could get the sound bit so bad. They say no. They are only showing up for a 40-inch Westinghouse television, which is dog shit.
Yeah,
for
Westinghouse sucks.
$298.
So
This was
what you're
last
saying
year.
is that they're saving, literally, this was last year, you said?
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
$100.
So,
These people
sorry
sound
about that.
These
100
people
to
sound like
150
adults
bucks,
that have real jobs too.
which they could
These are
have.
adults. These are not students. These guys are in their 40s.
They could have
probably.
easily made that money in 1 day of work.
Yes.
Maybe 2 days if your job is really horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But
And they
instead
probably
they
been there at least
camped
a
out
day.
for
At least since that morning, I would say.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's really pathetic.
People.
So
Remember when Oprah was giving out free chicken? KFC ran out of chicken.
yeah, people freaked out.
They need to save $6 so bad that they'll wait in line for 2 hours.
Yep. It's Denny's Grand Slam breakfast when they give the free one out once a year, and there's a 3-hour wait.
Yep.
It's like,
Not.
dude, $5. You're waiting 3 hours. Do
Is
the
your
math.
time worth that little?
Yeah, it probably is. 'Cause
So
probably
most of these
unemployed.
people, the time actually is worth that little. That's the really depressing thing.
that's more of a reflection on America.
Yeah, I know. They just have
bad
so
we
little
are.
going on that why not, right?
But again, even though this is an iReport, even though it's completely unprofessional, he did do what journalists do. He said there is a long line, there is not. So he's making it dramatic, which is good. But either way, no criticisms.
Right.
Not criticizing
Right.
them
They're just
at all.
saying this is what's happening.
And even though this isn't really a national journalist, they put it on their national site. So that they're cool with that, right? So the media is cool with Black Friday people. So I thought, okay, we got to go a little deeper in the pool. Get someone maybe a little bit more crazy.
More fringe.
Yeah, more fringe. So I decided, so there's these people that are pretty fanatical towards Twilight. And,
Yes.
they're camping out. So I wanted to see if the media was more critical about Twihards.
Is that what they're calling
They're
them?
calling them.
That's terrible.
I didn't make that up.
That's really bad.
That's something people
Okay,
made up.
fair enough.
So
That's terrible.
I'm going to start off with entertainment media. This is not a national news network. This is the Reels channel. Let's see what they have to think about camping out.
Okay.
Standing in line for days for the premiere of Eclipse, amazing.
Amazing. What's the context of that? What does it mean amazing?
It's amazing. It's an amazing experience.
This guy does not do that though.
No.
So
Now
what
this is
is
entertainment
that?
news.
What's he saying?
This was a 2-minute segment. That's all I needed. I
Right.
didn't need to go. Oh no, that was it. We were done at that point. Amazing. That was my favorite clip, by the way. But
Yay for Twilight.
So maybe that didn't work out. Maybe don't want to look at entertainment media. That's not good. They're a little bit too favorable to everything.
Being gutted by a rabid bear? Amazing.
Amazing. So let's go to a more major media outlet like Fox News. Fox News is pretty critical. They hate things teenagers do. They're usually pretty,
That's probably pretty
hate things
true.
they're
teenagers do
stuffy
as
old
well.
people.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
me too.
So let's see what they have to say.
Okay.
Twilight Mania takes over the Hollywood nation. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1 does not premiere until Monday, but fans are already lining up. Nearly 1,000 Twihards have
is at
set
the
up camp
premiere?
outside the Nokia Theater
Yeah.
in downtown Los Angeles in hopes of catching a glimpse of the film's stars.
So there's 1,000 people lined up, and it
No, they're
starts
tense.
Monday. It starts Monday.
The premiere was, I think, Monday or Tuesday for those people. But they were waiting for like a week beforehand. By the way, personal anecdote, I was at Scottsdale Fashion Square on Monday. On Monday, it premiered Thursday night, right? And there was a line of women. And I was like, who the fuck are these people? None of us could figure it out. It was for this. People were waiting 4 days in advance in Scottsdale.
To watch a movie at midnight showing?
Yeah. Instead of, just waiting till the next day and seeing
Waiting
it
2
without
hours
any
early or
wait
something.
at
Yeah,
all.
these are literally people that have so little to do with their time.
They're taking up space. They're interrupting the public. They're doing all this shit, right?
Yeah.
They're making a mess. Where do they poop? That's always a question with Wall Street, right? Where do they poop?
Right.
Well, where do these people poop?
That's true.
I think they have relievers that come in like, okay, you're good, tag team.
Just come around with a bag.
So I also need to point out, I have a bonus clip
Sock.
too, but I don't have a soundbite of it because they didn't even talk about it in the major news media. They are literally, and I have video footage of it, I couldn't believe it. They are dressing up in actual wedding dresses and taking pictures next to a cardboard cutout of Robert Pattinson. These are like $800 to $1,000 dresses. They're standing next to a cardboard cutout and getting their photos taken.
And then Mormons have money, so.
You told me that, but I actually wasn't shocked by it because
I don't know how
you hadn't heard.
That is...
You hadn't heard of the Japanese people marrying their video game characters. So once I sent him that back, he was more shocked by that. So
I'm gonna be drinking some more Guinness Black Lager.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
So I played you these groups of people, right? So we just listened to these. They were either objective to overwhelmingly positive in the case of Real's channel.
Yeah.
So let's listen to how Fox News covered the Wall Street protesters after they got kicked out of the tents. Let's play the first clip.
We'll see how far they get with that. It seems like there are more cameras and photographers than protesters at the moment.
So already, by the way, this is not a pundit. This is
some guy.
Just a guy reporting a story.
What network?
Fox News.
Okay.
And the reason why I picked Fox News, by the way, they all did it. I'm not trying to, I know a lot of people are kind of shit on Fox News, but I only did it because I found that camping thing from Fox News. I wanted to show you that
you're right. They all have been like that with them. But
I saw something on NBC National
Fox News
about
has
it.
been the worst about it, though. They've been the worst.
Man, the thing I saw on NBC News was really awful. But anyways, let's go to the second clip. Let's just go to the second clip.
Okay.
See if it gets more favorable for the protesters.
Some of the demonstrators have been asking the Wall Street workers to join them, and in one case, someone yelled at them, "Are you going to feed my kids? Who's going to feed my kids if I don't go to work?" So there are clashes not just between police and protesters, but between protesters and people who are trying to work on this.
Who's going to feed my kids?
Who's going to feed my kids?
Okay, so those guys make like an average of $150,000 a year.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first thing.
They got some big kids.
Hey, also, I want to know how many of those fucking assholes on Wall Street shit all over Latrell Sprewell when he goes, "I gotta feed my kids," when he got into his contract dispute. Because it's the same thing. You're both wealthy, and you're like, "I need to feed my kids." No, you don't. You don't give a shit about that.
Your kids are perfectly well fed.
What about the woman from The View that didn't know the world was round because she had to feed her kids?
I was too busy feeding my kids.
God, what was that woman's name?
Sherry Shepherd.
That was it. Yes, she was the best.
That is.
She was the
too
best.
busy feeding my kids.
I know. You know what I know? I know how to feed my kids. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with
it. Your kids might be dumber than you thanks to you now.
Yeah, I know. What have you done, lady?
So let's play the last clip. Maybe it'll turn around.
All right.
It won't.
Hoping to occupy the subways. And then they say they'll be occupying Foley Square near City Hall at 5 this afternoon for a very large demonstration that could number, by some estimates, in the tens of thousands. And then they're planning to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. So we'll see what happens. The last time they did that, there were hundreds of arrests.
Those darn subway workers.
Wow.
These little shitty kids protesting.
Yeah.
So
how does anyone think?
You know why they shit on them more? Because they're making noise the whole time.
Right.
I think that's why.
No, I'll tell you why I think they hate them more. Because they're expressing their opinion and not consuming something. The other two groups are buying shit. And they love that. They're like, you buy whatever you want. It could be completely unhealthy, retarded, stupid, but you're buying shit. We have advertising to worry about with our networks. And these companies pay for the advertising revenue. So
it's also because they're shitting on something. The Wall Street, the Occupy guys are like people that wait in line for Twilight. They're excited for something. The people that are waiting in line, they're excited. They're not shitting on something. So be like, if someone shits on something, you want to shit on them too.
Well,
if it's something that you like.
The reality is that it's a government-based agenda, and if it doesn't serve the government, then the media is not going to report on it.
But
anyway.
What I hate too, though, is they go the ways they're criticizing. This is NBC News, CNN, MSNBC. Fox News, all these guys, they They go, the reason why Occupy Wall Street, the reason why these guys suck is because they're dirty, they're bums, they need to just go get jobs, they're whiners, they're babies, they're not productive. And you could say all those things about people who wait a week to watch Twilight. You could say all those things about people who wait a week to buy a shitty Westinghouse TV
Yeah,
made
well, like
in
I
China.
said, they're not whining about something.
Yeah, and they're also buying something. So it's like, well, fuck, you buy what the fuck you want. I'll make money off of you. So this segment probably depressed me more than any segment I've ever done. It's just like, how can you cover Twilight people and not go, wow, these people are really stupid? It's like a softball.
Yeah.
But then
it's
they're
like
like,
vampire baseball.
wait a second, who markets on our network? Oh yeah, Summit Entertainment, and they make those movies. So nope, we're just gonna act like it's a fun old time. So
yeah, no, I hear you. I think that it's the same thing as always, where it's like, if you don't fit in with the predetermined agenda, then it's like, we'll just shit on you till you leave, and then everyone else who is just out there to buy something and waste all their time, it's like, oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Totally cool. What's your final thought?
My final thought is basically, if anything involves buying stuff or consuming something, consuming anything, if it's food, like people waiting in line for Chick-fil-A or whatever, it's consuming stuff, the media is totally cool. But if you express yourself in any way about something involving the government or anything like that, shut the fuck up. Eat some Chick-fil-A, watch some Twilight. And also, cue up clip 5 again, because I'm going to make a joke here.
All right, one sec.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and once again, do not bother to protest. Instead, go wait to see Twilight, because...
Standing in line for days for the premiere of Eclipse, amazing.
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 All right. Well, that was pretty good.
I'm so depressed right now.
Yeah, I know.
I want another beer.
Let's bring it back up.
Okay. By complaining about something else. So, Alex, you're going to talk to us about restaurant etiquette. So you went to like a Miss Manners school. You're going to teach us what fork to use and
No, I'm not getting
bowl,
that serious. But
breadcrumbs.
a lot of these things I'm going to talk about is
saucer.
Yeah, I don't know any of that shit. But a lot of things I'm going to say are like little nitpicks and stuff. But still, it annoys me. So I'm going to mention it. So this is like, it could be either a sit-down place or a fast food place. Just things that annoy me in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. So I put them in order of like what happens when you sit down in a restaurant. Right. So the first thing you should do, if you want to split checks, you should tell the server you want to split checks.
No one ever does that.
Yeah.
I don't do it either.
Or
I just forget.
If you don't, and you tell them later, don't be an asshole about it, saying, why didn't you do this, or something like that. Don't be pissed off about it.
Do people do that?
Yes.
They get pissed about
They
it.
just assume that it'll be split up.
Yes.
Honestly, I've served for years. I never had anyone go like, why do you split this up when they never asked me to?
Well,
what happens is when the server walks away, like, why didn't they do it?
Well, we haven't ever talked about him as a person that much, but the one we know as Silent Roommate has maybe the worst restaurant etiquette of any person.
There's two things that I consider make you a complete asshole if you're not good at restaurant. Pretty much, if you're respectful to the server, that's fine. If you tip well, that's fine. If you do those two things, I don't got a problem with you. The other things are still little nitpicks that will annoy me, but if you do those two things, it's fine.
Yeah.
So the next one, this is a little nitpick. When you're ordering your food, don't point at it on the menu. Tell them what it is, because they probably can't read it from where you're sitting.
Yeah.
I want this one. Silent Roommate does this 99% of every time he orders anything anywhere. It's amazing. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I've seen him point at the menu above their heads.
Exactly.
He'll like point at it because he has to point at it. He has to.
That one.
It's a compulsion.
Yeah, and just tell them what you're ordering. I mean, there's times when there's like something foreign and you don't know how to say it. Who cares? Make an attempt. It'll be funny anyway. Whatever.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They don't care.
Of the filet mignon.
Yeah, Michael's been a server for many years, so he has experience with these things, I'm sure. Yeah. So another one, I was talking about this today. Get in your food. When your server comes by with their food, fucking pay attention to what they're saying so they can give you your food. Instead of saying, huh? What? Huh? Who's the beef and chow mein? What? Is that me? Oh, I don't know what's going on. The server's like, dude, what are these fucking idiots doing? Mm-hmm. They don't want their food?
Yeah, here's the thing that sucks about that, too, though. Sometimes two people have the same dish, and you're trying to be courteous and letting them pick up the first one, right? And then they don't do it, so then you're both assholes,
Yeah.
and you're like,
We should just point at them then.
Yeah.
Just tell them, hey.
You don't always remember what the other person ordered, though. That's the thing.
It's like a 90% sure thing for me.
If
like,
they
I think
say
you got the same thing.
If they say it's something that I got, I just go, fuck, just give it to me. I don't
That's
fucking
why
care.
I think I should
don't care about
that,
them.
yeah.
Don't care about them. Whatever. They're not paying attention. Fuck them.
All right, now for one that bothers me: eating your food. So this one's pretty bad.
Yeah, I hate when people eat their food in restaurants.
I grew up in a family where pretty much table manners were kind of important, and you're always shit on if you did something annoying or gross. So first thing, eat with your mouth closed. It just annoys the shit out of me if you're eating with your mouth open and just smacking. Just fucking annoys me. That's just a pet peeve of mine. Because I always think of like those Carl's Jr. commercials where they're like, "Don't talk to me. I mean it's." I'm like, oh my god.
What if like someone's eating a piece of saltwater taffy or something? Because that's like kind of sticky.
No, yeah, that makes sense. But like, I don't know, just eating like
Why are you eating saltwater taffy at a restaurant? Was this the worst restaurant that's ever existed? They serve you saltwater taffy?
It's bacon flavored.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's
fucking disgusting.
No, turkey bacon. Another thing that I've noticed more recently, some people, they do this. They slurp their food.
No, I've never seen this. This is just you.
Okay, this is
and
one
your
person.
One coworker.
No, shut up. Okay, so this is someone I know. He slurps his food like okay. Sometimes you'll eat soup and you slurp it. Whatever. Who cares? Sometimes you'll eat something that's really wet and there's a slurp. It's like okay, whatever.
Well, like isn't it like Japanese people do that? 'Cause it's supposed to be like
they do it
good, right?
It's like a compliment to the chef.
Slurping your noodles is whatever. But then some people slurp like a sandwich. They make a slurp sound after, like they're slurping up the mayonnaise or something. It's extremely annoying.
Understand.
I don't even know how you
pizza,
do it.
I don't know either.
When you're eating, you're like...
I gotta know, is this person, the guy from Boardwalk Empire that had half his face blown off? Because then it would make sense. Maybe he's drooling out the other side of his mouth and going... I just don't understand how it's possible.
I think he just doesn't want to... It's kind of messy to it. You think if someone was slurping, they would not get anything on their face because they're slurping it.
The pressure,
I
you
guess
think
not.
would pull it all in.
It's like one of those dentistry like suction things that suck out all the saliva.
Yeah.
I think it'd be all dry.
Those things are awesome.
Those things are crazy.
Another thing, like I don't care about things like people put their elbows on the table when they eat. Who fucking cares about that shit? I don't care what fork you use, things like that. I mean, don't eat like I've seen people that just are eating like they're a fucking caveman. Like their arm movements are fucking retarded.
No, it's the shovel. It's when you shovel food down your throat.
Like shovel style.
Instead of picking food up with the fork and putting it to your mouth, you actually put the bowl up, tilt it toward your face.
It's people who use arm instead of wrist.
It's like Adam Sandler and Billy Madison when he eats the soup.
It's exactly like that. He also slurps.
Those are kind of rare, but you see those people are unsavable. You can't save them. They're done.
There's no way to fix that.
You just don't want to eat with them. So another big one, like I said earlier, is tipping your server. So I find it funny that most of the time it seems to be that most people that are respectful to servers also tip well, while people who aren't tip bad.
Yep.
So it's double bad.
Yeah.
So like
it's really frustrating.
I want to ask you a question. If someone like kind of treats you like shit, but they tip you well, do you really care in the end?
It's really confusing. It's like, I don't know. It's almost like if someone raped you and then they gave you like $10,000 afterwards. It's like
I don't think it's like that.
Well, that's an extreme example.
I don't think it's cool.
It's kind of like
I
want to be
Mike,
mad
turn
at
around,
this person.
I punch you in the face. I give you a 20. You're like, oh
yeah. You want to be mad at this person, but then they tip you well, and this almost never happens. You're right. Like, if people are douchebags and they're a pain in the ass, they don't tip well usually. But there are those times where you're like, man, I fucking hate this guy. And then they'll tip you like 30, 40%, and you're like, it's like, is this guy shit testing me? Like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
I think those people are sociopaths. I don't know, like, because you'll think about them for hours.
So no, I think it's that they think they're better than you, and a lot of people will tip well if they think they're better than you too. Yeah. Actually, because they go like, "Oh well, I can afford it. Fuck you. I can afford it. Fuck you."
I do it more as a sense of pity.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that because I know that their job sucks more than mine, so I usually tip about 20%. People always say 15%. That's what you're supposed to tip. No more than that. Well, I already tipped 15. I mean,
well, I mean,
also
honestly,
most people are bad at math. They go. Oh, I tipped 15%, and then they put $2 on 20. It's like, 1 divided by 10, 2 divided by 20. Come on, guys.
I can honestly say, though, that that's not really what it is for me because, I mean, most servers I meet now, my life is probably worse than theirs because I make less money than servers now.
Well, yeah.
But I still tip them well because I know that...
But they usually do more drugs and waste their money.
Well, that's true. So. But I know that their lives suck.
They do.
It's not really a sense of my life's better than yours and I feel that you deserve this. It's more that everyone hates their life right now, so here's some money. Because
and also, here's the thing. You can't be a waiter forever. You can't lifer as a waiter. Some people do, right. But you really can't.
Usually, no. Yeah, that's true.
I had I had some coworker who was not really my coworker. He came down for like a business thing for like a month. And we went out to eat at lunch one day, and he's like, man, I hate having to tip 50%. I want to go back to when it was 10%. I'm like, what are you talking about?
What was 50? That?
Yeah, 15.
No, 15.
So let's go back. I'm like, when was it 10? What? It's now it's 15?
Never.
Like, okay, so anytime also if you get like a party of 8 or more, they always do 18%, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've had tables. They go,
I've had people cry about that.
I should be forced to tip.
Yeah.
You know what? 15% before tax is a garbage fucking tip.
It is
and
garbage.
If you tip that, you're a piece of shit.
Well,
and I say that to everyone. Everyone that listens to this podcast, if you tip less than 20% after tax, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You should be tipping 20%
unless they suck
at
really
the end
bad.
of the bill. Well, yeah, if they're terrible, then you shouldn't be tipping them. But that's because they did a particularly bad job and don't deserve a tip. Otherwise, you'd be tipping 20%, and that's after the fucking bill. Like, at the number you see that you're supposed to pay, you should be adding 20%.
Some people try to do the before tax deal.
I got another thing to say about servers being shitty and people not tipping them. Things that people will not tip servers based on things that are not related to the server at all.
Yep.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
For instance, Silent Roommate did not tip on a bill that cost a lot, felt he didn't get enough food for his money, so he didn't tip.
Yeah, that's not.
I yelled at him
bullshit.
instantly after that.
Totally not based on the restaurant.
Or things like, at
all.
When
right?
you see them write down, like, oh, I said no onions, and then you see no onions. Obviously, it's the cook's fault or something like that.
Or this thing was too salty. I don't think the server was back there salting the burger.
Yeah, dropping salt mines onto your food while they were bringing it out to you, or what?
The thing about tipping too is that a lot of people, and I think they do know. I think they use it as a fucking cover. I think they bullshit. Mm-hmm. They go, "Well, I didn't know they didn't make minimum wage." Dude, you fucking know.
Oh, yeah,
everyone knows the server. Everybody knows the server. If you don't, then you are so rich that fuck you. You should be tipping 20% because you don't need to save the money. So go fuck yourself. Like, sorry. Like, seriously, you know they make $2 to $3 an hour. They make $2.15 an hour here in Arizona.
Yeah.
So that's what they make.
Shitty.
That's what they make. Now, they're supposed to be reimbursed up to minimum wage if they don't make enough tips. But guess what? No restaurant ever does that. I'll tell you that right now. No one does that.
No, they don't.
Yeah. So
Man,
you're supposed to tip them. Well, I just hate it because people use that as an excuse. You have first-hand
experience.
Well, I don't have first-hand experience in restaurant serving, but I did deliver pizzas, and a lot of it is the
they
same.
tip them terrible, too.
Yeah, they even worse tips.
Worse.
The best tip I ever got was $10, ever.
That's pretty.
And that tip, by the way, let's say it was an accident. The lady fucked up. I know because I went back to that same lady the next week, did the same exact thing, and I got 87 cents. So I knew that $10 she meant to give me
was supposed to be $1.
She gave me a 10. She meant to give me, or not a 10. She gave me a 20, and she meant to give me a 10 for the whole thing.
Gotcha.
So I got an extra 10. I was like, fuck yeah! Because I was like, you want change? She's like, no. I'm like, oh. And then, of course, I went back, and I'm like, yeah, that was awesome.
When you went back, like, yeah.
Dude, I was so psyched. I was like, I'm going to get fucking $10. And then, no, I got.
All right, I got another little nitpicking one. This is at fast food places. Mm-hmm. When people are filling up their soda, like a drink at a soda machine, you know how it fizzes up, so they wait a little while to fill up more.
Oh,
I'm like, okay, fine, you
already.
do that. I'm like, that's fine. Then if they do it a second time,
what?
I'm like, dude, what are you getting?
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that? I see this
knocked the fuck
all the
out
time.
I see people
They're
do
getting
it a
like
lot.
an extra one sip of drink. One sip. Just to waste another 5 seconds.
Dude,
it's 5 seconds of my life. I'm like, get the fuck out of my goddamn way.
Is there a way to get more mad when people have free refills at the restaurant? That happens a lot.
Exactly.
Dude,
like, you can just come back.
You can come back anyway. Why does it matter? That all the time. You know who does that the most? People at fucking In-N-Out Burger. I don't know why.
Yeah,
In-N-Out Burger is the king of that. People do it all the fucking time. I don't know why.
Well, no, they'll stand next to the lemonade. They'll fill it all the way up. They'll drink half of it and then fill it up again.
I fucking hate those people. They start drinking it right there. Oh my god.
See, I don't care if there's no line, but there's always a line. Yeah, In-N-Out Burger, there's always a line.
I don't know. I go to Chipotle a lot. It happens a lot in Chipotle too.
Yeah,
there's always a line for people to get a drink too. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of my fucking way. I'm so pissed. Another thing, fast food places, leaving your garbage on a table in a fast food place. Fuck you, assholes. Grow up and clean after yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Grow up. Holy shit.
Here's the worst thing about it, though, is that they give you a tray and everything you eat off of is on the tray. You don't even need to pick the stuff up. You just pick up the tray.
It's on the way to the door.
It's near the door.
It's on the way to the door.
You don't have to do anything.
The tray is always perfectly sized to fit partway into the garbage can so you can slide stuff off of it. And still, people will sometimes put the tray on top of the can with everything still on it. They won't even throw stuff out. Yeah. Or they'll just leave it on their table.
Or they just throw away the tray.
I've seen people do that too. I've seen that too. People just throw the tray in the garbage. You're like, no, that's
One time
not...
I saw a guy, like it was a big party. He had 4 trays, right? Stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
And had all the trash on. He slid the tray, and then the top 3 trays went in the trash, and he just looked in.
He's like, oops.
He thought about it for a second, he's just like, boop, and just put the
I would have done the same thing.
If they all went in, I would have just gave up, yeah. But
I still would have felt
it depends
bad,
on if he cared or not. Like,
he did. He did. He sat there for a second, like,
if he was
grab that shit.
If he was like thought about it for a second, I'd be like, all right. Well,
he was too stupid to realize that they would not fall.
He doesn't understand gravity. But at least he put
all you had to do is put his thumb. Put thumb over the top.
Oh, yeah, that's dumb. Well, at least he threw the stuff away.
Or they could have helped him throw it away.
At least he didn't leave it on the table.
They could have helped him throw away their food then. Fuck the other people. It's not his fault.
They probably all left their mess.
Yeah, I know. He was taking 4 trays up.
So
all those lazy shits were just sitting
there. Tip your
there.
server, respect your server, throw away your fucking garbage. Yeah. Get out of my way when you're filling up your soda. That's about it.
Yeah, those are all pretty good.
Don't order hot tea at a restaurant.
Yeah, do you have any more to add?
Don't order hot tea at a restaurant ever. You're instantly an asshole. You'll go, why is that? Because you are. You'll never understand. Well, why do you explain? No, you don't get an explanation. This is from a server. If you order hot tea, you're an asshole no matter what. Because you have to... I'm not going to explain it. No, I'm not. You know what?
Yeah, if you explain it, then it doesn't...
No. Be mystified as you get multiple cups thrown at you filled with hot scalding liquid. And just be a mystery. Why would this be a problem?
Unless you're at a Chinese restaurant, then they'll just give you that shit for free.
What would you rate your serving skills out of 10?
My technical skills, I'd give like a 9 because I was really, really good with my steps and getting good service. My personality was like a 2 because I treated every table the exact fucking same. I did not make any jokes. I didn't make any jokes because I didn't want to offend anybody. I don't. That's true, yeah. You know, sometimes I would. Sometimes you get those tables where you could tell,
it's
like,
a bunch of bros or something. Obviously, I know.
You can get away with shit.
I don't know if I ever talked about serving or delivering pizzas. I could make that a segment, really. So much tricks. Pizza delivery tricks. There's a lot of ways to get better tips doing that. It's pretty funny, actually.
My friend had all sorts of tricks to working at Pudgy's.
Being a woman helps a lot, but I wasn't a woman, so...
Yeah, and that sexy Pizza Hut collared cotton shirt.
Maybe I'll
like sauce.
Maybe if someone writes in saying they want it, I'll talk about it next week. Maybe because there's a lot of really funny things you do to get better tips.
Yeah, that's much more cutthroat because you guys are all trying to get the deliveries, right?
Well, yes and no. It depends on the store. Some stores they'll let you pick what deliveries you go on, and some they just do it in order.
Well, at my friend's place, it was the first person that answered the phone, and he realized that the light on the phone would blink before it started ringing. So he would watch the light.
Yeah. No one here, where I worked, no one who delivered answered phones. So it didn't matter.
Oh, wow, okay.
They had separate people, yeah.
Yeah, well, that was Pudgy's. That place sucks.
Oh, Pudgy's.
All right, so we're going to do top 3 movies. Everyone went 3-0.
Everyone 3-0. Twilight, 72 million. Happy Feet 2, 22 million. Immortals, 13 million.
Now, here's the interesting thing. Happy Feet was supposed to make around 40 million. Made... near 20.
It made 5 on Friday, which is shit.
Yeah, well...
Actually, this is the wrong number for Twilight. 72 million is what it made on Friday.
Right.
I didn't put the whole guess.
It's like 100. It's 140, 160, 170 million or something.
So Twilight annihilated.
Oh, yeah. It
Which we all knew it was going to destroy everything, but that's
right.
That's a lot of money.
But I think what's more interesting is Happy Feet too. I mean, I already said last week that Happy Feet 1's one of my least favorite movies of all time, but it looks like everyone agreed with me and did not go see the second one.
I'm actually
very happy.
I'm shocked at how badly it did.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be in like the 30s somewhere. Like
kids don't want to
30s.
see any movies after seeing Puss in Boots. They're like, fuck it, I don't care now.
I don't think they want to see a movie with no plot where...
I don't think kids care about songs and singing.
That's...
Not anymore. I think they did back in the day.
There's no more Disney movies like that do that, so they don't care anymore.
You're
it's
right.
all Pixar.
I mean, I loved Aladdin when I was a kid, but I never liked, A Whole New World when Jasmine and I was like, fuck, this is awkward. I don't want to watch it.
I disagree.
They don't make up new songs.
I disagree because
Feet.
certain songs in Aladdin and stuff were cool, like the Genie song.
Yeah.
The animation and stuff was all really cool.
Well, the animation was cool, but the song I was always like, okay, I don't like.
Well, that's the point of the song, though. Is it's a music video, but it's if it's well done, it's good. But the thing is that now no one really cares because those movies don't really exist anymore. You watch like WALL-E. There's no music videos in WALL-E.
Right. Happy Feet plays real existing songs, while those songs had
and
new
then
songs.
Do terrible
that's
versions
true.
of
Kids
them.
don't care about
like
these existing songs. Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
Some movies that are coming out this week. We got The Muppets.
Yeah.
Hugo.
I want to see Muppets.
I kind of do.
Hugo, which
I kind of want to see
Martin
Hugo.
Scorsese. I can't say right now. Scorsese.
It premiered at the New York Film Festival, and they said it was awesome.
And some other Christmas anime movie called Arthur Christmas.
That movie looks kind of poopy.
I don't know what that is.
It was made by the guy who made Chicken Run and Wallace and Gromit.
Fuck Chicken Run.
Chicken Run's fucking boring.
That movie got good. That movie was fucking garbage. You gotta say, man.
Yeah,
I don't like it. It's boring.
Sucks.
I don't really like Wallace and Gromit either, though.
I'm not a fan of the.
And I hated what was it? Flushed Away.
Oh yeah, that sucked. I saw that.
Good. I saw that. I saw that on plane.
I didn't see it. I saw it in my house on HBO a long time ago.
All the movies I see that are shitty seem to be on a plane. I don't know.
Go figure. I really want to see the Muppets movie, and the reason is because the trailer was fucking awesome. I gotta say, I had a great fucking trailer. I fucking loved it.
Muppets are funny.
Yes, they are. They're funny.
I have no idea how that movie's gonna do.
That's my problem
it's
too.
Like, remember how Winnie the Pooh? I was like, yeah, Winnie the Pooh, kids.
We're not picking this week because Ryan's not here.
Yeah,
so.
well, that's true. But I'm just saying, like, Muppets is the same problem. The only thing that kind of safeguards it a little bit.
As well.
Yeah, it's very old. Kids are not going to know what the hell the Muppets are. The only thing that will help it is that, like, the trailer kind of alludes to that a lot. Whereas Winnie the Pooh played Keen, and it was like, what is this, like a serious movie? And like, that was really poorly.
It was great. It was brilliant.
Yeah, see,
well, it was
the
pretty
Muppets
good.
has
two
amazing characters, which are Statler and Waldorf. They're fucking awesome.
It was terrible. Boo.
Those guys are fucking great.
Yeah.
They're such great
Their
characters.
jokes are pretty funny. That almost makes me want to be an old person sometimes when I hear their jokes.
I'd watch a movie about those guys instead of about, like, the normal Muppets characters because they're more interesting than the Muppets characters.
No, a lot of Muppets characters are still good, though.
They are.
Except Miss Piggy.
I think they
She's
made
terrible. Yeah, I agree.
think they made a good choice getting Jason Segel to write it, though. I mean, he's a good...
Yeah.
He's a good choice.
What's the last Muppets movie they had?
Oh, shit. It was probably
like
terrible.
Christmas
it was probably
one?
like 89 or something.
Weezer's music video.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know which one it was. Dude, after the first, like, two, they're pretty bad. Even the first ones aren't.
I just remember
great.
the Christmas
I
one.
watched
really.
Christmas
And
Carol.
wasn't there a Pirates one or something like that?
Yes, there is.
Those are the ones I remember.
I saw Christmas Carol last year, and it's actually not that bad.
It's not so bad.
It's not fantastic, but it's all right. It has some funny parts in it.
I think that may have been the last... There may have been one in the 90s, too. I don't remember.
Yeah, if we have some young viewers, I'm sure you guys have no idea what the Muppets are.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. Really, I mean, I think that young people should watch the Muppets because I think that the Muppets were before a time where they could just flash things at you constantly.
Yeah,
it's like
you actually
Muppet
had Babies is very slow paced.
You actually had to write characters that were kind of likable because it wasn't at that time yet where you could do what Fairly Odd Parents does and have a scene transition every 2 seconds.
Right.
Didn't exist back then. So
those are the movies.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 is one that's close to our hearts. Hideo Kojima has a major announcement.
Major.
Yeah, major announcement.
He's going to work on a new Metal Gear Solid.
No, he was done with the. Actually, yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's.
I didn't actually hear that top
Yeah,
5.
So
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not at all. Not even remotely shocked.
no,
I
but
just guessed
after the
it.
third one, that was his last one.
No, after the
Yeah,
second
and
one,
then
he
the
said
fourth
that.
one was his last one, and then the writing game. He's like, I'm done.
I think
Dude.
this
I'm
guy's
already
like-
done with this shit.
This guy's basically pulling a Charles Bronson with Death Wish.
Yeah, I
Like,
just
this
keep
is
saying
the last Death Wish, and then it's like, I really want to punch some more black people on a subway train. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, he wants. That's,
Well, the last game was a perfect 10, so...
yeah, I know. That's the old trick, though, right? You go. This is it. After this, there's no more. You better watch it. You better go play it. You better go watch it because there's not going to be any more. And people go, oh wow, and then right after
He must end this really well then.
Yeah.
I wish you
You'd
could see my
think,
face
right?
after that.
What is it going to be? What is he going to make?
He doesn't say. He says he's working on it. He's not telling you. I mean,
Can't people just stop?
You know why
playing
he's not
games
telling
made
you?
by him?
Because he has no fucking clue.
Yeah, that's
he's just
why.
gonna make it up. No, there's another clone. There's a clone. There's no one. Fuck you. Here it is.
Another snake clone.
As long as they're clones, he can just make whatever the fuck up he
I fucking
wants.
hate that shit, man.
Asshole. Fuck him.
Big Boss
And
Tri
you know what?
clone.
Fuck,
Quad
fuck
clone.
Metal Gear Solid fans, because you know what they're gonna do? Just like they did after 3, they go, man, that was a good end to the series.
No.
Then after the fourth one gets announced, they're like, man, I'm glad this is going to be the last one. But
Well, no, 3 wasn't the end. They knew that there was going to be a 4th.
no, not initially.
They
he said,
did.
Well, he said that he
said
didn't.
that
if there was, he said that he wasn't going to work on
He said when
it.
it was in development that it was
Yes,
going to be his...
he did say he wasn't going to work on it, but everyone knew there was going to be a 4th one because the 3rd one was a prequel to all of them.
Right.
I think it'd be better if he didn't work on that shit.
No, yeah, they should have. They should have
Worse
dropped
than
the
he
whole
get.
series
Fuck.
after 3 because 3 was fucking awesome. But anyway, who
But
cares?
dude, they're
Who
making
cares?
one about Raiden now.
4.
But what I'm wondering, he hasn't said what he's working on. He's just said he's working on another Metal Gear.
He's working on another Metal Gear. He's still working on Raiden, which has like been delayed 2 years.
Yes, it's been about
So
2 years
probably
now.
massively over budget.
Because everyone loves that character, right? That's who people want to play.
well,
more.
actually, a lot of people like him now because he's a ninja master.
Number 4.
Anyways, we didn't really want to talk about this guy, but Jerry Sandusky, he was a guy who played around with the boys.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He's
In the
around,
Penn
right?
State showers.
Yeah, he's accused
Naked.
of sexually
How
abusing
fucking
boys.
stupid is this guy? I
Yeah.
just got to say that.
Yeah, at least molest right.
I guess he got away with it.
No,
for a
it's
little
not
while.
that. It's here. It is. If you don't have something to say that is actually relevant and could clear your name, don't say anything.
Oh, Thumper.
Or if you're going to lie,
Wait,
lie well.
What was,
Yeah,
what was
well,
the thing
you know,
he said?
that's-
Yeah, do you have
Okay,
it?
this is exactly what he said. Let
he
me
was
see.
joshing around with him.
Yeah, I am innocent of those charges. I could say that I have done some of those things. I have horsed around with kids. I have showered after workouts. I have hugged them. And I have touched their legs, but without intent of sexual content. Why would he say that? Why would he
Exactly.
ever say, he's trying to make this funny. He's
Maybe, I think he
he
is.
is
trolling?
making this funny for me. I can't. People go, man, it's horrible to have Penn State. I'm like, dude, that shit's funny. That
Yeah,
guy's
it's
an
great.
Idiot,
It's really hilarious.
dude. He's acting like Gomer Pyle or something.
No, you're right. I mean, this guy clearly knows that he's fucked.
I've showered with him. I've touched their legs, but I'm innocent
I just
of
see
all
like a Gomer
charges.
Pyle episode, but instead it's with Jerry Sandusky and the coach Mike McCreary walks in. He walks in, he's like, "Coach," and then he looks over, and he's like, "Meow, meow."
Yeah.
His boner just dies.
Are we gonna play baseball now, little kid? Not yet. So number 3, Tebow is greater than Elway. So this is from NFL.com. This is not from some little shit blog.
Tebow versus
Yeah,
Elway.
you didn't say exactly what it says.
Okay. The next Elway numbers put Tebow.
No, that's not. I'm talking about the title of the article.
That's what I'm saying. The next Elway, Tebow numbers put Tebow in legendary company.
Okay, so that wasn't what I clicked
John
on. What it
Elway.
said was Tebow was what was it? Something about it was saying that Tebow will reach John Elway's legacy. What?
Yeah.
Okay, I got some rants about Tim Tebow. This guy is fucking garbage.
Yep.
They won that Jets game because they got a defensive touchdown because Mark Sanchez is fucking garbage too. He won a game completing 2 passes. One was a touchdown. If you've seen his other passes, they were pretty fucking terrible.
No, I've seen. Yeah, he does not throw good passes.
Their offensive line is very good. He knows how to take a hit. That's his best quality.
He's big.
So if you have an empty set back, 5 receivers, they're only going to put 5 guys in the box, and you're just going to run over one guy for 3 yards, fall down for 3 yards every single time.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Yeah, he's better than John Elway. And what they did is they compared his first 8 starts. And Tebow went 5-3, and Elway went 3-5. But what they don't say is that Elway was the number 1 draft pick, and he went to a much worse team.
Well, he was the number 1 draft pick of the Colts, if you don't remember.
Well, yeah, then he
said, "Fuck you, I'm not playing for the Colts."
Yeah.
So we got traded, but still.
Which, by the way, my prediction earlier this year that Andrew Luck will play for the Colts will happen. Has nothing to do with this, but it will happen. Manning will get.
I got to say, if the Broncos, time to get serious. If the Broncos ever get behind by 10 points, Tebow will never ever be able to come back ever.
No, he
it's
will.
Impossible.
He doesn't know how to lose.
All right, come on.
I can't handle him. I just I'm so
he's such a
furious.
good guy. No,
there's more about him than Brett Favre.
No, he is great because he runs. He's dynamic. He's not a very good passer, but he wins games. But he's not Michael Vick.
Hey, you know who else wins games?
He's not Michael Vick.
You know who else wins
Michael
games?
Vick's black.
Trent Dilfer won games for the 2000 Ravens.
Yep. But he didn't throw interception.
Is it over?
No,
yes,
there's 2 more.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hear it.
Number 2, House considers concealed carry law. So you're going, what's this? This is
for Arizona.
C-SPAN. Yeah, for people from Arizona. So I've never heard of a law like this in my life. But basically, what they're saying is, let's say you live in Arizona, which has very lenient gun laws.
Oh, I do.
You don't need a permit for a CCW. You instantly have one if you're a resident of Arizona.
Yeah,
you can
just
conceal your
carry
weapon
any gun you want, anytime.
Obviously, there are locations that say no firearms allowed, and you can't do it there.
Yeah, in those places you can't carry a firearm.
Not even
lame places.
Not even holstered. So
yeah. So anyway, Arizona has very lenient gun laws. But if let's say you went to New York State, they have very liberal gun laws. They wouldn't let you do that. You would need to register and get a license or whatever to conceal a weapon there. Well, what this law is suggesting, which of course was brought up by Republicans because it's this is an important issue, is that you should be able to basically have your gun laws go with you into other states as long as you're a resident of that state. So if you're a resident of Arizona State, you go to New York State, you get to carry a gun anywhere the fuck you want. Because you're not a resident of New York State, so those laws don't apply to you.
Retarded. So the first thing we thought of was other laws. Like, what I just thought of right now, so if I go to a dry county, I'm like, hey, I'm from a place where I can drink. Give me some fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah, exactly. Or let's say, like, oh, your DUI blood alcohol level is 0.08, but where I live, it's 0.1. So I'm going to be able to drink a little bit more because I have this card that says I'm from this state.
Yeah, so it makes no sense to use another area's laws for your law just because it makes absolutely no sense
whatsoever. Doesn't this completely violate the Constitution, state rights?
Yes, it does.
If you're in their state,
yes, it does.
It's their right to punish you the way they want.
Yeah, if
this won't go anywhere.
If something falls under state,
I bet you it will get through both House and Senate, and then it will get vetoed by Obama. So we'll just waste a ton of time.
I don't think it'll get through both.
Maybe not Senate.
I don't think it'll get through this.
It will definitely get through House, though.
Probably. They tend to be pretty stupid on stuff like that.
Happen.
Yeah, so that's pretty dumb.
So number 1, Department of Justice is recommending that we create a new law where essentially computer hacking laws that make it a crime to use a fake name on Facebook or lie about your weight in an online dating profile using a site like Match.com. This is from CNET, and you're like, well, CNET's not really known for their thorough journalism, but this is called the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, and if you look at it,
you know what they should
is
call
totally
it?
saying that.
You know what they should call it? The Secret Fatty
Yep,
Act.
I was going to say the same thing.
Secret Fatty Act.
Do you think Eric Holder just was online dating and he was like, man, this girl looks good, and he they set up a meeting, and then she just had fat wrists, he went Ray Charles and felt the wrist, and I'm like, no.
It's like, I'm sorry, I got to call the cops on you.
Yeah,
committing a crime here.
This should be illegal.
This is a crime.
This is bullshit.
And the one I thought of was, you said you were a BBW, but you're really 120. Come on.
Yeah,
I don't want no skinny girls.
Around. All those people who are acting fat.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I just I don't even know what to... Really, country? Are you really thinking this is a good idea? My company breaks this law. My company does. We have a fake account so we can administrate our Facebook page for our products. That's illegal.
Listen,
We're
if
committing a felony.
Listen, if lying on the internet were illegal, there would be no e-commerce whatsoever. The internet would just not exist. There would be no porn sites. Oh, these sexy co-eds got together in college. You think those are filmed in a dorm? That doesn't fucking exist. Nothing on the internet would be existent at all if it was illegal to lie on the internet. That is what the internet's for. It's lying.
I'm a credible pundit that writes for the Daily Beast. No, you're not.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing on the internet that's not a lie. Every single thing is.
I just wonder who brought that out. They're like so pissed that some girl said she was a certain way.
It has to be that.
Right? Oh yeah, it has to be. It has to be.
Someone got punked. Someone got punked somewhere. There's no way.
Or some girl's like, you said you were 6 feet, but you're really 5'6".
You know, a lot of people, you go on a date on a dating website and they turn out to be pretty fat, right? Yeah. That happens a lot. It happened to me.
But yeah, what if you said, oh, I like fishing, you don't like fishing as much as the person you go out on a date with, and they're like, hey, this person said he liked fishing.
You don't even know what a treble hook is.
Didn't lie about his weight though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's already fine.
It's fine.
Well,
I don't even. It's another episode of T40's podcast. I'm Michael.
I'm Benson.
I'm Anal Alex.
And if you hear us next week, that means I haven't killed myself. So thank you again for listening. We'll see you next week.
Send us an email at podcast@tipping40s.com or send us a voicemail at 218-666-8407.
I feel like I'm the only professional.
I know.
Goodbye. Bye.